G'day, I'm Zach.
And I'm Sam, and welcome to Pub Night episode 2.
Where we drink and you watch.
It's easy as that.
There we go. Look, we've gotten it down pat.
We've gotten this down pat, we're getting better as it goes.
On this week's episode, we're still keeping on with the ALDI catalogue. We're doing a bit of a
spirit today.
Bit of a spirit just to change things up.
We had a beer last week, we'll do a spirit this week.
You got a Dastardly Vodka waiting for us to happen, and to be honest, it's been a big week of news, don't you reckon?
Oh, there's a lot of shit to talk about this week.
Yep, Sam got a job interview.
Yeah, and, tomorrow morning 10:30.
Tomorrow morning 10:30.
I'm fucking doing this tonight.
Well,
let's go.
Is this? Alright, we gotta ask. Is this on your resume?
What did
Pub night?
I'm doing a podcast.
Pub night podcast.
God no.
No.
I mean,
No.
I'm unemployed as it is now. I don't know how bad it would be if I was doing an alcohol podcast on there.
I reckon it depends on who your boss is.
Yeah, I mean...
It full does. It depends on who your boss is. I feel like you get a job if you have Pub Night Podcast on there.
I mean, there's about a 10% chance I get the job if I say I'm doing a Pub Night Podcast, but 90% chance I don't. We don't take those gambles.
Onto the important news. Onto the important news. So, Kim Jong, he's resurfaced.
He's back.
And
I'm so happy. I missed him.
We really all missed him here at Pub Night. We're really happy for him to be back.
The Supreme Leader, I'm happy he's well and safe and back in the eye of the media.
And then on top of that, we've had some more controversy with the NRL
because it constantly keeps flying. It's like you can't write this shit.
To be honest, it's been 3 weeks since we filmed the last one. So
yeah, I apologise for my schedule and poor internet connection to upload.
yeah, we've had a bit of technical difficulties.
It's just a start, so we move, we make schedules, we have solutions.
We'll work on it. And then what else? We've got Elon Musk. We go congratulations,
Elon. Congratulations.
We've had a child. Congratulations, mate.
Yeah. Elon has a newborn, and besides that, he's also got a fat payout from Tesla due to share prices.
Yeah, that's
more into that later.
Can I just make a note that it's 7:45 p.m. at night, which isn't too late, mind you. It's not too bad.
It's a lot earlier than last time.
But whatever time I'm getting back home, I'm going to be relearning how to use Adobe. What's the Lightroom and Photoshop.
So basically how this all works is I edit these podcasts and I have offloaded the logo and other editing on Photoshop to Zach because I'm honestly not fucked doing both.
My Wi-Fi's better.
His Wi-Fi's better. That's how it is. I'm not doing both of the
shout out
designs.
to TPG, sponsor us please. Shout out to TPG.
I promise I don't want a sponsorship from you. You're fucking dog shit.
Yeah, no.
The bane of my existence.
I'll tell you, no, honestly, it's just, it's grim. It's grim.
Grim.
The TPG pulls out, I'll tell you what. Can I also make a note that going to be uploading these during work.
Yeah.
Because their Wi-Fi is so fast. The computers are slow, but the Wi-Fi is fast.
Yeah.
It's a big upload of it.
If I were to try and upload this, which I have, it takes about 11 hours to upload this to YouTube or Facebook. So we're not trying that again.
No, we're not. Now, a point I'm going to make is we don't really have many rules on this podcast, but
we have one.
Do we? What's the one rule? You said you got rule.
You drink, you watch.
Oh, sorry. No, it's we drink, you watch.
Allow it.
I mean, you guys can drink along if you want, but
I recommend you do.
I mean, it's about as efficient as the Australian government.
Yep. Not at all.
How are you going to enforce all those restriction rules? But no, we made a promise on the last episode. Don't talk about coronavirus. So
yeah, but we still mentioned it 6 times.
Actually, going back to the rules. I don't know. Maybe this was a silent rule with me, but it was whatever alcohol we tasted, it was fresh. We didn't taste it before we filmed.
That's true. That was evident last week. But,
so I don't know. We've almost broken that. We've got some vodka Red Bulls.
Mine's gone.
Yours is gone. Mine's almost gone. So we've had a bit of a taste, but let's be.
It's a mixer. It doesn't count.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't count.
Sorry, our budget's not big enough to buy enough other alcohol to drink before we get into the main topic.
I bought a 6-pack for the photos, so you guys will probably see that.
You'll probably see it. Check out the Insta, check out the Facebook, check out the YouTube and Spotify.
Plug.
Just a subtle plug there.
Plug. Oh, speaking of Spotify. All right, so we were gonna originally upload on Spotify, but think it's a little bit out of our budget. It's around about $15 a month. So
I mean, yeah, we're poor men here. I mean, we will upload to Spotify if there's a high enough demand for it.
Yeah.
But if you guys are happy to watch on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, like, you know, we won't bother.
Exactly. I mean, what we don't have a budget for this. This is all man-made.
It's all out of our back pocket.
Although, mind you, and hopefully this is a part where we edit in the photos. I'm just thinking of it.
Yeah.
I didn't say it last episode, but I wanted to say it this episode to make sure. Before we started filming this, we had around about 3 or 4 weeks of build up for this. And what were we building up? The bottles.
The bottles.
The bottles.
Right in the background. You've probably seen it in the last episode. We've got a lot of different alcohols here that we may or may not have consumed.
Now the worrying part is that I probably went a bit overboard. I didn't.
We threw out about 3 garbage bags full of bottles of shit we haven't used here. That was so much.
My Uber literally thought that I was a hoarder.
What did he think you were going to, like, you know, chuck them off in the bin for 10 cents a bottle?
He thought I was a hoarder. I brought in. He got out of the Uber and I asked him, "Can you give me a hand?" He said, "What with?" And I said, "I've got 4 garbage bags full of empty alcohol bottles.
You know, the shit that's sitting in the back of your car.
Yeah, can you give me a hand to lift them in?" And it was like, "Sorry, what?" He's like, "Are you a hoarder?" I'm like, "No, I'm just filming a podcast." He's like, "What kind of podcast are you bloody?"
Only the very best, mate. Clearly.
Oh man, quarantine has been getting to me. I'll be honest with you.
I've become numb to the whole situation, honestly. I've just accepted my way of life and we move.
I've unironically been listening to a lot of Jason Derulo.
And I think that's the most grim and embarrassing thing I've heard all week, mate.
Look, It Girl is a banger.
The only thing can get worse is Jason Derulo if you start listening to Tamova Vodka. There's only one
set it off and parachute a fire.
Mate,
you don't even fuck with me.
Countless, timeless classics, mate. Timeless classics.
Tamova Vodka, if you're watching, I mean, just come on.
Tamova Vodka, if you're watching, we'd love to hear your story.
We'd love to hear you. Come on, we'll get a live performance going. We only have one microphone here because we're on a budget, so you can sing it to the microphone, and we'll just. Have
if you chuck us a bit of cash, we'll get another microphone for you. But
Tamova Vodka has enough cash. He's probably getting royalties off those 2 songs. He can afford a friggin' microphone.
Mate, I don't know what you think of Tamova Vodka, but I don't think he's racking up that many monthly listeners on Spotify, honestly.
Well, half of them are me, but anyway.
what half of the 7?
Jesus. Ooh.
And I mean, Jason Derulo's, doing bits right now. I've seen a few Snapchats of him with Addison Rae.
Addison Rae.
And I think there probably is near a double fucking age gap between those people. But, I'll leave that up to, the public's decision.
The whole trend with everything, with people like that, they just have like a massive age gap,
Jason Derulo surely near mid-30s. There's not a chance he's still in his 20s. That Donnie's been around for a long time.
Who the fuck would want to date Jason Derulo? Can I just say, that man was in Cats. He was in the film Cats.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Have you heard his countless bangers? Chasing the Sun, Colours. It was the World Cup song, bro. You got Trumpets. Trumpets went off in 2013. 2018.
Trumpets was good.
And the trumpets they go.
Dun, dun, da, 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 da. Classic. You don't if we're talking about Jason Derulo bangers, if we're gonna have a conversation about it, what is your favorite Jason Derulo song?
So I got to clarify here. We're talking just of a pure music song, or the memes and stuff that came after it.
No, I'm talking. Fuck all of that. Just straight and narrow. What is your favorite song? All factors.
All factors considered.
All factors considered. What is your favorite one?
It's tough, bro. For me, it's between "Don't Want to Go Home," just because it's always the one I remember. It's a good one. And "Colours," because it was a big football song.
Alright.
How about you?
That's a really hard one. I would have to say one that really pops out is "In My Head."
That is true. That's
in
not
my
a
head,
bad one.
In my head is some fire stuff, and I tell you what you say.
What you say?
I've never heard anything better. I restarted Gossip Girl.
You did.
Restarted Gossip Girl.
Quarantine's really getting you, isn't it?
Quarantine is really getting to me.
You know what? I've never watched Gossip Girl.
Oh mate, it's a good watch.
I think there's probably 1,000 other things I'd watch before that. But
Blake Lively's in it.
I don't know who that is.
You're missing out. You're missing.
Okay, you know.
You're missing out.
Right.
No, What You Say.
I'll happily miss out.
What You Say was in Gossip Girl, and it was a very serious moment. Now, before we go ahead with our next drink, we do need to introduce the fifth category
That we missed out on last week.
that we missed out on last week for obvious reasons.
The hangover effect.
Hangover effect. We'll be drinking the first episode, well, the episode, and then the next episode we'll be reviewing the hangover effect.
Yep, we'll see how we felt the next day.
So, alright, Dobbin, take it away. We'll go with yours first.
My rating for the beer last week, which was Storm Brewery Light Lager, is 3 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5 for the hangover effect.
It's alright.
Honestly, as it was a light beer, wasn't too much of a hangover there. So, it gets quite a good rating from me.
Yeah, look, I got a hangover the next day. I was at work and it wasn't fun. But to be honest, I think most of it goes towards the
Canadian clubs.
Canadian clubs we
Yeah,
had beforehand.
that's probably true.
So I gave it a 2 out of 5 for the hangover effect.
Bit of a harsh rating.
So we'll introduce our cumulative scores, including the factors from last week.
Yeah.
So we'll write that down now. Dobbin, you go for it.
So, as of the 9 I got last week for the first 4 categories, and the 3.5 I rated it this week out of 5. Overall, it has been given a 12.5, which is just a pass, and also the bare minimum mark I need for my university subjects. And Zach, what did you give it?
What did I give? So with the 2 on top, I gave that a 9.5 out of 25. So
Looks like you'll be repeating your subjects next semester.
well, it looks like Bailey's scores on his uni work, so I'll just give it that.
Now, but all the formalities are out of the way from the past episode.
Yeah, last week's in the past now because we're getting on to the newest thing.
This
Go for
week, we have, straight from the ALDI catalogue, their own vodka. The Tamova Vodka, which is 4 times distilled.
it. Wow, that's pretty good.
Yep.
All right, fill her up.
Fill her up.
So you fill up the shots. So this is an award winner, just like the Storm Brewery.
Yeah, man.
So this is interesting. So it just goes to show any awards from any ALDI alcohol does not have any sort of merits whatsoever. 4 times distilled, traditionally filtered, multi-award winning Australian vodka. What awards? 2019 Spirits International. You know what? I'm not going to even say all of them. It's won around about 3 awards.
It's won some awards.
Yeah, it's won some awards, and it's not worth any of them. And they've actually put this description. An elegant nose.
Elegant nose. It's got good smell.
It's elegant.
I'm not going to risk smelling it because that could end terribly.
Yeah. Sweet, clean, and lifted. Slightly sweet citrus palate. There we go. And this is from ALDI for $29.99 to be exact.
Good price for a vodka. 700 mils.
I'll give you that. It's decent. I mean, you know what? Actually, bringing up a past vodka
approximately 20 standard drinks, which isn't bad at all.
it's about the same price as the Roscoe vodka.
The Roscoe vodka from BWS. A classic choice.
All right. Now, we introduced this new concept, which isn't very new to us, but new to the podcast. The bucket.
The green bucket.
Because we really don't know how well this is going to go down. Because
I have not had a shot in a long time.
we've had a few drinks, and to be honest, if this vodka is as bad as it probably is going to be...
As the price says it's going to be, this could be a bit grim. I'm ready on you.
I'm not.
Tell me when you're ready to go.
We'll choose the G-Train.
Cheers to G-Train.
God, I hate this.
Are you ready?
Cheers to G-Train.
It wasn't too bad.
Oh,
That went a lot better than I thought, but it looks like Zach is struggling here.
tastes like arsehole.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It tasted like I've just been, my throat's just been fucking burned from the inside out. But it went down.
That's nail polish. That's nail polish. No, that's gross.
That's paint cleaner, bro. That's fucking paint cleaner.
Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro, if we just drank methylated spirits. I'm about to go fucking blind.
That's... Oh, God, I can still feel it in my throat. Oh.
Do you know how we fix that? We pour another drink.
Having more and mixing it. Oh.
We pour another drink.
Oh, Jesus, that's gross.
That's shocking. And give me a glass, and I will give you one.
I
So
feel like-
the bucket's been used, ladies and
I feel
gentlemen.
like the box size... You know, like they spit the bucket.
I'm not editing it out. That's disgusting.
There's a spit in the
You're
bucket.
feral, mate.
Alright, so, I mean, Dobbin, you go first. The first impressions from that taste.
First impressions. So when it first went into my mouth, I thought, everything's burning. Tastes like shit. But I just, got that fucking chaser down and everything was fine. But it's quite evident to me why this thing is $30.
No, I think I was late to the chaser compared to you, to be honest with you.
I was like, bro, I was lightning quick.
No, I was not. I was not. To be honest, I was a bit slow on that. It sat in my mouth for way too long.
Do you want to take another one?
No. No, fuck no. That's not.
Bro, I've got an interview tomorrow. Like, we've got to pray for it.
Mate, this is enough praise, honestly. I'll go cheers to G-Train.
Cheers to G-Train.
Because he's the vodka raspberry king.
He's the king.
He's the king.
No one can punish more vodka raspberries than G-Train.
We do a good run for his money, though, mind you.
Huh?
I do a good run for his money.
Oh yeah, we can probably both compete with him,
My
but
words are stumbling.
Yep,
Words are stumbling.
It's very stumbling.
No. Going into the news segment of our part of our podcast, because supposedly that's a thing that exists in our podcast. We're gonna verify the point that we made that coronavirus, it's mostly off the table.
It's obviously still a thing, but we're gonna try and talk about other things in the news besides that.
Yeah, because everyone hears the same shit. It's coronavirus here, coronavirus there. It's the same thing. So what has been the big news point over, mind you, the
past week, I'd say
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Let's go 2 weeks.
We've been lazy. She's been enjoying her life.
We've been caught slacking, really.
We've been slack, and now we're caught in our act because you know what?
Look. Let's be real. We're trying to get ahead of our own schedule so we can be on track.
We're posting a podcast. We're filming this on Wednesday night. We're posting our first podcast tomorrow night, and then we're filming. We're
posting
this
another one
Sunday night.
And then we'll record again on Tuesday or Wednesday night. That'll be up the following Sunday.
This is really going to kill us.
That'll basically be our schedule. Every Sunday you will see a podcast.
That's
if all goes to plan.
We're going to aim off that. So, the big news point of this. Kim Jong-Un. Where has he been?
Well, for the past about 3 weeks, this man has been out of action. He has not been seen by the media, and it was reported that he has had health issues, and he was undergoing surgery, which sparked a lot of controversy in many governments in the world.
Well, keeping the criticism of that, it did spark controversy, but what did it really spark? It sparked, oh yeah, we haven't seen Kim Jong in 2 or 3 weeks. What's the conclusion? It's like every white girl. He's dead. Jump into conclusions.
Dead.
Just straight away. He's dead. He's died.
Surgery, underlying health issues. He has kicked the fucking bucket. Jesus. He's gone.
Should we really edit out that white girl thing?
No, I don't think we should, because
that's not racist.
Let me just no, but that's not even racist. That's not a racist joke. We do not discriminate against women.
We don't discriminate on this podcast.
We don't.
We don't. We want everyone to watch this. We really do.
Because that's 50% of our audience.
Yeah, basic girls.
Equal. For those of you who don't know, like, apparently his like family line has a lot of underlying health issues in their genetics. So that was why that was a big threat to the fact that he was dead. A lot of countries are very scared.
I seriously thought he was gone. I read so many articles about his nephew.
Yeah, about his dad, his health issues, Kim Jong-il.
There was so many. I mean, like, literally, there was all the big media outlets were just going, who's next in line? That's how serious
I don't know if you heard this, but there was a report that Chinese surgeons were going into North Korea to fix him. So basically, the major speculation after Kim Jong-un's death, or what they feared that he was dead or missing, was what they were going to do with the nuclear weapons that North Korea held. Who was going to take control, and what was going to happen as a result. And a lot of countries had simply jumped to conclusions that it could be a world war. They could launch nuclear missiles. You know, anything could happen. Until, of course, he appeared in front of the media again and was pronounced alive.
You know what? I have a conclusion I can make. I'm just going to say it right
Go
now.
ahead.
How long was he gone for? He was gone for around about 2 or 3 weeks. You know what my honest opinion is?
What's your honest opinion, Zach?
This.
What is it?
My honest opinion?
Your honest opinion?
He drank that.
He drank that and he kicked the bucket.
He drank that.
And what we are witnessing is a perfect body double.
No, he drank that. It's one of two things. There's 2 angles to go about.
There's 2 possibilities of what happened to him.
He drank this stuff and he died.
Yes.
And we got a body double. Or 2, he drank this. He was in a hangover for 2 weeks by how bad it was. And now he is alive and well. He's happy. And you know what?
I mean, this poison will probably give you a hangover for about 3 days.
This is a man who doesn't want to give up his legacy. He doesn't want to give up the image he gives. No. He gives off a big image. if he released to the media that he had a bit of vodka, this
and
ALDI
he just
vodka,
got fucked up from it.
and he got fucked up for 2 weeks.
The North Korean Empire is crumpled.
Yeah, that's it. It's all gone.
It's gone.
Over vodka. The Russians bring down North Korea.
So, moving on from the situation in North Korea, we have
It's too controversial.
It's too controversial for us, and we don't want to delve deeper into conspiracies because we have no actual evidence.
Can I just make a little note that we probably really, at the end of the day, being realistic, we edited that at probably to 3 minutes. We probably talked about that for 15 minutes. So we're gonna go straight on to the next point.
There was a lot of things during that 10 minutes of audio about North Korea that I had to cut out. Moving into some more homegrown news in Australia, we have the current ongoing drama in the NRL. This week and the past week, it is about the flu shot. So this week, basically, the NRL is meant to start in a few weeks now. Back to kick off again. But in the Gold Coast, there has been 2 players, Bryce Cartwright and Brian Kelly, who have sparked a controversy about refusing to take a flu shot before the season starts because they're anti-vaxxers.
Anti-vaxxers. I mean, look, I'll tell you what. Like, all the media's drawing this attention around the fact that they're anti-vaxxers. Can we just draw attention to the fact that these are 20-year-old people who are anti-vaxxers? Oh, bro. Can we just clap to that?
Let's clap them up, bro. Like, living in the past of old science, you know, it's a flu shot. Nothing's gonna happen.
You guys made it. 20 years old, like 20 plus. That is amazing.
You've lived to 20 without a vaccination.
Yeah, exactly. Like
that's
you guys,
astounding.
Like, you guys have really pulled it. Like, besides that point, no, go ahead. I can keep going on about the anti-vax, but I'll just stop there.
Basically, there's a bit of controversy between the NRL. So in Queensland, where the Gold Coast team is located, Gold Coast Titans, they have taken a stand of no shot, no play, which basically entails that if a player refuses to take the flu shot, they'll be illegible to play the NRL season.
Losing your words there, eh?
Mate, it's better than last week from you, mate. Basically. But in the NRL, in New South Wales, they have not followed this protocol as Queensland, and they have opted to allow players to sign a petition if they have a medical issue that, doesn't let them take the flu shot for some underlying issue. Let's start that again. That was shit. I can't even speak. You need to take over more. Read the points.
Okay. Where is it?
You talk, and it's NRL flu shots. Just hit all those points.
So it's interesting. The no jab, no play. It's an interesting concept. I'll give you that.
It's catchy.
Yeah. It's no jab, no play, no fun today. That's
it's basically like a primary school schoolyard. No hat, no play. It's the same thing. They're living in the past.
The interesting thing though is that Queensland government have taken it down. No jab, no play.
A lot more strict.
They're a lot more strict. New South Wales has not taken it on yet as we speak.
Bit more lenient than the Queensland government.
And what I find interesting is, we're talking about our last podcast. Who are we talking about?
A lot of New South Wales players.
Mitchell, and Cleary. New South Wales players.
A lot more lenient.
Broken quarantine. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's what? Is there 3? There's 3 teams up in Queensland, yeah?
Yep, you've got North Queensland Cowboys, Brisbane Broncos, and Gold Coast Titans.
So that's an interesting point to make. You need to make that point because there is a lot more teams in New South Wales. I'm not going to count them off. There's around about 12.
Yeah, and one in Victoria.
One in Victoria.
Yeah.
There's 12, and there's only 3. Now there is more chance of error in New South Wales. Queensland are being more strict with their 3 NRL teams compared to the New South Wales.
They're not taking any funny business. They've put their foot down before anyone could say anything else. And in Queensland, with the no jab, no play rule, these players have till Thursday, which is, at the time of filming this podcast, tomorrow night, to either accept to take the flu shot or they will not be playing the rest of the season. So these players have a big decision to make, whether they want to continue their careers in the NRL this season or, prioritise the anti-vax ideals.
You know what? Just thinking about it. 11 New South Wales teams. Warriors.
Yeah, true. There is 10. There is a New Zealand team that we have.
Yeah, everyone forgets. Everyone forgets.
It's not just us. No one remembers the New Zealand Warriors.
It's not just us. It's everyone else.
So on to our next story. I'm sure most of you have heard, but Elon Musk has given birth to a child of Grimes, which is fantastic news for everyone. I think we should give him a round of applause.
Yeah. Well done, Elon. You've done a good job, mate.
I don't know if any of you may or may not know, but I hold a lot of respect and admiration for Elon Musk, for everything he does, all of his companies and projects. I think he's a genius, and what he does is absolutely fantastic.
That's true.
I'm very happy for him.
No, well, I mean, he seems happy. He looks like he's a happy guy.
He's a happy man.
He's down-patted himself.
I think he's a very carefree man, which I respect about him. But also, he really ignores what everyone thinks about him, and he just focuses on what he wants to do and doesn't care what other people think, which is a very, very admirable trait.
Do you reckon my burp got picked up by the mic?
I think it's fine. We can cut that anyway.
No, it's not going to be cut.
Anyway, the biggest controversy with the Elon Musk's child is the name of a child that him and Grimes have given.
And Dobbin is going to pronounce it now because I'm going to struggle.
Yeah,
he knows it a lot more than I do.
So I've done a bit of research. I've watched the recent Joe Rogan Experience podcast. So as per Grimes' tweet, which is Elon Musk's, I don't know if they're married, but the mother and a child. The X in the name stands for the unknown variable. The AE connected is the Elven spelling of AI, which means artificial intelligence. The A12 is the precursor for the SR-17, which apparently is Elon Musk's favorite aircraft, which has no weapons or defenses, but is a fantastic aircraft. And, the A is for Archangel, which is Grimes' favorite song. Apparently, this controversial and strange name is pronounced X-A12A. Don't crucify me if I'm wrong, but that is what I gained from the podcast for how to pronounce it. It's a very abstract name that isn't, a normal name like Zach or Sam.
Yeah, we looked up these sources around about 30 minutes before we started videoing, so we'll just take.
We'll take it with a grain of salt. It could be wrong, but that's what I've gathered from the podcast.
Please give us sympathy. We're trying. We're trying. Oh God. I mean, look, I'll give you what, Sam. Elon Musk, intelligent human being.
Absolute genius.
Intelligent. He's a smart. And you know what? I actually watched a video recently. The poor guy, he's a smart man.
He's a very, very smart man.
He's sitting up there like a fucking TED Talk. I don't know. We might link the video in the description if I find it again. I don't know if I can find it again.
There's a chance.
He was standing up there on the counter, Elon Musk. The thing is, right, is there is big celebrity personalities out there. Of course,
people with a lot of ego.
Yeah, of course. But Elon Musk is a guy he's an intelligent guy.
Very, very smart.
I think without him even meaning to, he's become someone of our culture. You know what the most interesting thing is the fact that Elon Musk he handles such a big company.
Not just one, bro. He handles multiple companies he's in charge of or is a part of.
It's scary. And you know what's weird, right? Is I am a uni student who works full time. I'm not plugging my own life. I'm just being honest. I'm just trying to be real.
You do.
I'm trying to be real. It's I do full time uni. I do full time work, and even then, I'm exhausted. And then we're doing this on top of it, and I'm
it's tiring.
I'm flat out. This guy is a CEO
of multiple
companies. And what does he have time to spend? What does he want to do with his extra time?
I doubt this man barely sleeps. He works all the time.
And he goes on a PewDiePie
He goes on a PewDiePie video.
This guy is the most culturally relevant CEO we have seen in years.
He's very, very self-aware.
Here we are. We've been talking about him for 30 minutes, and it's probably going to be edited down to 5 or 10.
Anyway, I'm sure you've heard enough about Elon Musk. I reckon we should give him one more round of applause for his firstborn. Congratulations, Elon.
Congratulations.
We love you, and we wish you all the best.
And now to something more important. I think Dobbin and I have had our fair share of drinks here.
As you can see, this bottle is about, maybe you got a third left in it. So
it's gone to the reviewing stage.
We've had enough of this to give it a proper review.
Oh yeah, we've had enough. We're gonna have to get a reviewing stage.
We're gonna have to actually give you a rating and think about the few points.
We are official. I just need to get the criteria back up.
So bear with us when we decide what we're going to give it in the 4 ratings, and we will get back to you shortly.
So we're finally going to review the alcohol we've been drinking.
The ALDI vodka.
It's come to the integral moment. I don't know. Look, to be honest, I'm just going to let you know. Like, either way, through most episodes, we're going to get through the
Look, there's only 2 of us and there's a whole bottle of vodka, so I think 2/3 of it is a good enough effort.
We're getting through the vast majority of the alcohol, whatever episode it is.
It'll be done like in post the episode.
Whatever indication that is, it doesn't mean we like it. It just means it's easy to
It's the
drink.
time we have to drink this.
It's right there. So we'll write down our final scores. That's it.
We will tell you what it is out of 20, considering we can't obviously give the hangover factor.
The hangover factor will come later. All right. Dobbin, I think you can go first.
All right, so I'll go first. I have rated this ALDI vodka a 12.5 out of 20. It lost the majority of its points in taste because generally it tasted like absolute paint cleaner and did not go down well at all as a shot. Zach, would you like to let us know how it went for you?
Yeah, I will. I just had to write up my 5. I put it out of 25. No, but my score is 11 out of 25. It lost most of the points, majority with taste, because it tasted like shit.
It got quite close to the full score for the rest of them.
No,
like a 3
it did.
or a 4 for most of the other sections, but
look, the price and the lightweight factor, that really brought it up.
Obviously, vodka does get you pissed quite easily.
Exactly. The punching dart factor, it pulled itself down. The taste definitely pulled itself down. It lost a lot of marks there because Jesus Christ,
paint cleaner.
It tastes like paint cleaner. So
absolute meth. It tastes like fucking methanol.
What's the comment to our viewers then? I mean, we've given it a bad score, but at the end of the day,
but when you think about it, it's a pass. It's 12.5 out of 20.
It's a pass, guys.
As far as vodka goes, it's it's not the worst. For the price, I'd say it's actually quite a good option to go with if you've got an ALDI nearby.
From my perspective, honestly, if you're gonna mix it and not drink it straight, you're fine. You're fine.
Just don't take shots of this.
If you do
take shots of this, you're gonna need a chaser.
You've really ruined yourself if you've really gotten it taking it straight. That is really bad.
Yeah, for vodka taking it straight, I'm sure there's overall there's not many good vodkas that taste good straight, but if you're gonna mix it together, I'm sure this is a great alternative as it's quite cheap and gets the job done really.
All right, that's about where we end for this episode.
Yep.
I think it was a very interesting week of news this week. I'll tell you what, that's a main point.
Yeah, a lot of good things to talk about, a lot of good things to think about. And I hope you enjoyed the podcast. And we'll be back next week if our schedule goes well, and we'll see you then.
I'll make a point. We're working on the schedule, so
it's not perfect yet, but we'll get it there. Give us a few more weeks.
All right, that's it. Glad you guys tuned in, and everyone have a good week.
Take it easy, guys. See you later.